Welcome to this video review of the VOLPS projector. It's a portable projector available on Amazon, and there's very little known about this projector, and you will not find any good reviews on it. That's why I took it upon me to check it out. I'm a person who knows about projectors and good projectors by owning one myself, an Acer, a really good one. So I have a reference point there, just so that you know that I'm not only used to 200 ANSI lumen, $50 Amazon projectors or something like that. I bought this myself. This is a non-sponsored review. This means that you get true, accurate information about this rather unknown device, which is really stunning in some regards and also lacking in others. Let's go through it. I tested it today, first with the telephone, but then also with a DVD player and a PlayStation 4. I gamed on it, so I think I have a good understanding now about the product, where its strengths lie and where its weaknesses lie as well. First of all, it's amazingly small and also lightweight. It weighs around, I think, 1 kg. And this means that you can take this easily with you when you are traveling, which I think is really amazing. Secondly, the build quality I would describe as okay, absolutely serviceable for a consumer product like that is not meant to be really high-end. There's not any kind of metal casing is not there. You have a simple plastic kind of casing. And of course, the technology in use here is LCD and it's not DLP, which is known for its really good contrast and color. This one is a pretty bright portable projector. If you look on Amazon or anywhere else, Newegg, or depending on wherever you are, on your store that you want to look out for products, a lot of even the name products reach only about 200 to 400 ANSI lumen, which is not enough in my opinion. You should look for a minimum, and we're really talking about a minimum of, let's say, 600 to 800 ANSI lumen. And we're not really talking home cinema grade. We're talking entry level here. It is very important to understand with devices like the R1 that this is a relatively inexpensive projector. Is it punching above its weight? 100%. Is it better than 99% of products that are on Amazon and that are pretending that they have 45 million lumen? Yes, it is better than 99% of those products, I can say that. What are the biggest issues with it? Or let's talk a little bit about pros and cons of the image. The image is a little bit not really punchy, okay? Especially if you're used to looking into an OLED for the majority of your time, and otherwise I have really good IPS screens, and even the Zephyrus Duo from Asus ROG that I have, which is the laptop over there, even that has an incredibly beautiful screen, although it's non-IPS and not OLED. So I am used to rather fantastic screens, let's say like that. And it's very decent in terms of image clarity. In terms of feature set as well, of course, we'll talk that in the next section of the video. But it's not amazing in terms of contrast and color, okay? Let's just put it very straight up. It's not very amazing in that sense. And therefore, don't expect that going into this purchase of €200. It's amazing though. I'm totally blown away. And it's very hard to give this product back for me after testing. And I'm considering keeping it for travel, to be very honest with you. Not as a main home cinema projector, but as a travel projector, I think it's a very, very strong contender. Other alternatives to this product, let's talk a little bit about it. The X5 by Xiaomi, I think, is really good. And also another device that I am going to test is the Apollo P50 in the future. We can talk about that once I got it done, then we can also compare those two devices. What's more to say about it? Feature set wise, it's very minimalist. It has Android mirroring, it has iOS mirroring, it has of course inputs, and those inputs are HDMI a 3.5mm jack, a USB, and this is just the on-off switch. That is, of course, the electricity plug. So it's very minimalist. There are other projectors which have better color, better contrast, and have a bigger feature set. What it has, though, included in its feature set, which is quite amazing in this price class, is it has auto keystone and autofocus, which is really working also, and it works quite well. So it's super amazing to see that also. My Acer, for example, doesn't have that technology. It's still, of course, much better than this one, but you have to do it manually there, which is also not a big deal usually. But since this is a more portable projector, I understand that this feature is, included, because it just makes it so easy to set it up. And even if you would have to change your setup quite frequently, it would just readjust itself. It does all the focusing work and so forth by itself, and notices also when it has to do it by itself if you're changing position or something drastic in the room changes or something like that. So yeah, how do I rate, quote unquote, the product? I think it's amazing that such products exist, quite frankly. I played video games with it, and it was totally possible to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the new versions, remakes, whatever you want to call it. And it's responsive enough to play video games. I watched Interstellar on DVD on it, and that was really enjoyable as well, to be honest with you. Didn't hook it up to my 5.1 system, but I definitely had a look at it and looked quite decent. There's one very big image quality, you can say, issue, and that is chromatic aberration, or sort of like a lens halo effect. This is how I would describe it. And it manifests by having a halo on top and on the bottom of the image, outside of the image, also sometimes inside of the image. This is a side effect of being an LCD projector and probably a rather inexpensive lens assembly. And therefore, you have those imperfections and slight artifacts, but the image is still crystal clear and very impressive overall, and especially very bright. So who's this for? It's for people who are looking for a portable projector that is really decently bright with 1200 confirmed ANSI lumen measured by a reputable source, and also has a decent feature set with relatively basic connectivity and app functionality. I didn't look too much into that personally. I looked into the aspects of mirroring and like the classic connection via HDMI, because that's the most interesting to me. And other than that, there is not much more to say about it. It's decently loud, meaning it's not overly loud and not overly quiet. It's probably somewhere in the range of 30 to 50 decibel, depending on how far or close you are to the thing. But it was not extremely distracting, specifically if you would hook it up to your sound system somehow, either via HDMI one way or another, or via the audio jack, which I believe doesn't really support Dolby or anything like that. All right, I think that pretty much covers it for today. Let me know if you enjoyed this little review about the VOLPS R1 projector with 1200 ANSI lumen, available on Amazon. You'll find a link down below. You will get the best price through that link, and at the same time, if you purchase the product like through that link, at no cost, you're supporting the channel a little bit. So why not do that? Also leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. And let me know what you think about the VOLPS. If you used it, maybe you did use it. I'm here for you if you have any questions. And with that, I see you next time. Much love. Don't forget that you're beautiful, because you are. Bye bye.